Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Daniela from Ocean Jasper. I'm your tarot reader and today we're going to find out what does your crush think of you. So we have three piles here that you can choose from. Let's have a look at them. We have the Fox and Ivy in pile number 1 with the Elder Ogham Save and the Tiny Spell Bottle. In pile number 2 we have the Chipmunk and Laurel with the Aspen Ogham Save and the Tiny Hazelnut. In pile number 3 we have the Snail and Huckleberry with the Apple Ogham Save and the Pyrite Crystal. You're going to find the timestamps in the info box below, so whenever you're ready simply click on those and it will bring you directly to the beginning of your reading. If you feel really confused about which one is the right pile for you, perhaps because you feel attracted to more than one, that's absolutely fine. You can listen to more than one, especially if you have two different people in mind. That's what I often do. I listen to a different pile for each person that I have in my mind, and it's amazing how much it resonates every single time. So you could do that, and oftentimes you can also find a mix of messages in more than a pile anyway. So simply listen to your intuition. You'll be able to discern which messages are right for you or not. So always take whatever resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't serve you, just leave it behind you. This is a general reading, so it's normal that perhaps just a portion of the reading will resonate with you and not the rest. I'm always here if you'd like to get a private reading with me. You can find my email and info box in the info box below together with my prices. And if you like to get a Ogham set for yourself, I made these by myself and they are an amazing divinatory tool that you can use to get in contact with the tree spirits. They're not only used for divination, you can use them for spells as well, or for healing purposes, for your spiritual journey, for meditation, and so on and so forth. They're super sustainable, handmade with fallen branches that I find here in Ireland. They are sanded by hand, wood burned by hand, and delivered in a plastic-free package. So it has them. I hope it doesn't have much of a footprint. Just the postage basically would be the only thing because of the transport, I guess. But everything else is super sustainable. So yeah, that's what I can offer to you. I really hope that this reading is going to resonate, and let me know in the comments down below what you think. And don't forget to support this page by simply leaving a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. There's also the notification bell that you can click if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video. And you can find lots of other juicy ways to support me in the info box below if you wish. I would be super grateful. Sending you the biggest hug and see you at the beginning of your reading. Hello my loves and welcome to your reading if you picked the Fox and Ivy in pile number 1 with the Spell Bottle and the Elder Ogham Save. Today we're going to be using the Likely Tarot deck. We're going to embrace the reverse meanings as well, just because I think that it makes the reading much more complete and interesting. You can find this deck in the info box below if you're interested to get it for yourself. Just be aware it is an Amazon affiliate link. I always have to say it. So what does your crush think of you? I have already been shuffling these cards outside of the camera, but I just want to do it another time here with you. What does your crush think of you for pile number 1? Today is going to be quite of a minimalistic reading. Normally I use as well charms and Lenormand and other oracle cards. But today we're going to keep it simple because I don't have much time before going to work, but I still want to give you a video. So what does your crush think of you for pile number 1? With the Fox and Ivy already, they think of you as a very clever person, very able to adapt yourself, very intelligent. And also with the Elder Ogham Save, they think of you as a person that is quite wise, that has a lot of knowledge, someone that is honorable, respectful, and someone that has the ability as well to take accountability for their own mistakes and ask for forgiveness, and also someone that is able to forgive others for their own mistake. With the spell bottle, it could be that you're into witchcraft, or that simply spending time with you is magical. There's always something new to learn about you and about the world, and you just make the tiniest, simplest experience feel so magical and interesting and unique. So that's definitely something that I'm seeing here. Very smart as well. You could be quite funny, quick thinker, and very soft and sweet and pleasant company. And I don't know if I said funny already, but yeah. So conversation with you are definitely very interesting. We have the Justice, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands upright. So let's go into the nitty gritty. The Justice again tell me that you really care about applying justice into your life, into the people that you care about. So if you see any injustice, you really fight to fix it, to put it right. So you don't mind speaking up for the weakest. You don't mind to speak up for your own rights and other people's rights, especially when they've been challenged or walked over, disrespected. So you are a fighter in that sense, and I feel that you use your you're quite, what's the word for it? You use a voice, basically. You use your ability to express your thoughts so clearly, and but also calmly with these Four of Swords. So you have a very clear mind, free from any fogs, free from any confusion. You know what you think, you know what you believe in, and you simply, in a very calm way, defend your values and protect them, and also always try to, if there's any conflict, you wanna set it right, you wanna talk about it, you wanna put everything on the table very calmly, because you know that otherwise you might have consequences that are going to escalate. You want things to be fair as well in a relationship or in a friendship, so you always make sure that everybody got the same as the others. Like if you are, even from the simplest thing like slicing a cake, or if you're moving in with your friends into a new house, you want everybody to have a happy experience and share equal amount of space, or give equal amount of time to the people that you care about, something like that. You really care for things to be fair. They think of you as a very calm person, that you're really able to reassure others when they come towards you. Also because you do have a lot of knowledge. I don't know if it could be with this Justice card that you work in legislation. So it could be that you have a lot of knowledge about laws. So when a person comes with you with their worries, you're so good at freeing them from those worries. You reassure them with your knowledge. So that's a really good feeling that I have. And also I have this feeling that you do not want to start a conflict even when things are a little unsettled or unbalanced, or there is, something to some injustice to fix. You do not start a battle or a conflict about it. You simply use your words very calmly. Like I said, Knight of Wands, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of stamina and movement and desires, and willing to achieve lots of things in your life, very ambitious. There's curiosity, desire to try it all, and so they think of you as a very artistic, even creative person, very energetic, full of vitality, and with always a new idea of what to do, also very driven. With this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, so this is really grounding energy. This is about a new beginning, about something that you are invested on, but it could be either that you're investing into a new project is very fresh, and perhaps you're just gathering the tools for it and the knowledge, and you have the idea. You started this project, but it hasn't planned out just yet, but you're very excited about it. You're very excited about this idea, but also you're not sharing it necessarily with a lot of people, because being in reverse, it could mean that you keep it quite private. So you keep your achievements quite private. So yes, people see you very active and full of vitality and doing lots of things, but at the end of the day, it could be that if you are embarking on a new journey, or starting a new project, or starting a new job, or a new passion, whatever that is, you kind of keep it private, okay? Because it feels like other people's energy sometimes can affect us, can affect our enthusiasm when you're so full of genuine excitement about something. You don't want any other's opinions to crush you. So that could be the reason why you keep it kind of private. We have the 8 of Wands in the reverse position at 7 of Wands. So whenever there is any issue with communication, you want to sort it out. You want to fight for it with these 7 of Wands. Because 8 of Wands is also always talking about communication, as well as speed and movement and travel. So if you find like you have any issues about any of those things, you fight for them. Okay, so it could mean if you as well, if the people around you have a very slow energy, they move very slow, or they're quite demotivated, or they find it hard to speak about themselves or to speak up for themselves, then you go in there with your super high energy and super confidence and excitement and driven energy, and you help them out getting things quicker. Okay, so that's something else I'm seeing. You're really good at helping others if they are thinking of embarking on a new project, but they are not having enough confidence and drive about it, enough excitement. You are the one that pushes them and help them to believe in themselves and help them to face any obstacles. So the 8 of Wands can talk about any obstacles, like I said, regarding transport, even communication, anything like that, and you go in there and face it. You face all of these obstacles, no matter what. In Italy we say a person might want to put their sticks among your wheels so that your car cannot go further. It's just an Italian say. So any sticks that people trying to put among your wheels to create an obstacle, you always have a solution and you outsmart them. Basically, that's what I'm seeing here. Now, talking more specific about your situation between the two of you. Let me see if there's anything. Knight of Wands can be talking about feeling really attracted towards you, but also knowing that with this Ace of Pentacles, the idea of starting something serious with you is still up in the air, and nothing is really been put in place just yet. But for some reason they feel quite excited about it. They feel quite motivated that this will be that they will be victorious. They know that there could be some obstacles. For example, with the 8 of Wands, maybe they don't hear from you very much, or when they try to call you, you don't answer, or you take a long time to answer to their messages, or you don't seem to share the same. You didn't seem to say a lot about how you feel about them, something like that, or about what you want to create with them. But nevertheless, with these 7 of Wands, those obstacles actually motivate them even more to how do you say? Yeah, to pursue you. Okay. Yeah. Let's get some more cards. What does your crush think of you? We have the likely creator, which by the way is a card that doesn't exist in the original tarot deck. It indeed is the number 22. They have added it for this particular deck. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, oh my goodness, the Sun. Those are amazing cards, all major arcanas. 8 of Pentacles in reverse and 2 of Wands in the reverse position. What does your crush think of you? I feel this very unique energy with the likely creator. They think of you as someone that can create whatever you want in your life, like a master manifester. Perhaps you're really into the law of attraction. And definitely, like I said earlier, like you have lots of talents and lots of skills and lots of confidence in yourself and lots of enthusiasm. You have lots of pure, genuine energy, and you're just so happy to be alive. And also, it seems like this could be their energy. They might feel like they can create whatever they want within this connection. The Wheel of Fortune is saying they're hoping that things will change all of a sudden, very quickly, so that the situation will go on their favor. This is waiting for a really lucky moment, okay, between the two of you. The Hierophant indeed talks about commitment, long-lasting commitment, and being really loyal to the choice that you have made for yourself and being really dedicated to whatever you have started. And the Sun as well. So I feel that they think of you as a really happy person, always with a smile on your face. Whenever you enter a room, everybody suddenly feels this lift of energy. Everybody's so much more cheerful, and it could be that you love spending lots of time outside. It could be that you love having picnic dates or hiking in the forest. They see that you bring a lot of beauty in everybody's life. With the Hierophant, they definitely think of you as marriage material. The Hierophant talks about marriage as well. So they see a very happy life ahead of you. The Sun always talks about as well happy times in relationship and just feeling like everything is going super well. So yeah, they're super optimistic about this, even though with this 8 of Pentacles, it's not that you've been giving them a lot of reasons to think that things are going to be quite serious just yet, that things are going to be worked out. Things are actually going quite slowly between the two of you. With the 2 Wands in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, there's definitely this slowness in progress and inability as well to see exactly how things are going to plan out in the future, where things are going. Okay, they do have this confusion about what is it that you want, what choice will you make, da da da. But nevertheless, they feel so confident about themselves that they can actually create a magical, beautiful, happy future with you. This is so amazing. Something else I'm seeing, definitely they think of you as a very dedicated person. So whenever, like I said, you start a project, you just maintain it. Yeah, even if it's taking a really long time and you cannot see exactly how things are going to plan out, you are still super motivated and dedicated to that particular project. You don't give up, and you have trust in the universe. You feel that there is a particular destiny that each of us has kind of signed for, so you know that things are going to work out anyway. With the Wheel of Fortune, you know the karma will, give you the rewards for all the work that you've been putting up until now. So there is a lot of positivity there. Let me get some more cards for pile number 1, please and thank you. You're also able to turn out life events into your favor. That's what I'm seeing. because obviously you're just such an optimistic person, so you always find a solution to any problem. Oh, the Lovers. The Eight of Cups, interesting. The World. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. The Five of Pentacles. And the Empress. First of all, with the Lovers, you'll be probably very pleased to hear that they think of you as their possible twin flame. I know it's a very big word, but this is what I associate the Lovers with this is what, not me, this is the meaning behind the Lovers, among others. Definitely this desire to exchange, not exchange, but like, yeah, exchange your cups of love, but also choosing the other person as their life partner, with all the ups and downs that life will be bringing to you. This is commitment to another person, okay, and being able to choose someone for their life. Eight of Cups. This is telling me that they think that you might decide to leave, or that they might have to leave at some point, even though they're not happy about it with these Ten of Cups, because they do want a long-lasting future with you. They imagine already having a family with you, moving in together. Either they want to make this happen very slowly, because the Ten of Cups in reverse could be talking about that slowness in achieving that dream, or impatience as well. But with these Eight of Cups, it feels like with the World, you might have decided to embark upon a new journey, upon a new beginning. You might have to push the relationship, this connection, to an end with these Five of Pentacles, and abandon the person because of this new beginning. Feel free to switch up the roles as well. If it is not you, but it's more likely that the other person, your crush, is actually leaving, maybe because they're moving abroad, they're accepting a job on the other side of the ocean, and the Eight of Cups is a very difficult decision. It's about leaving something behind that you really care for, that you worked so hard towards, and especially that is so meaningful with the Lover. So it feels like they don't like the idea to leave you behind. The Empress, it feels like you are the one, and there's nobody else that is going to compare to you. They're gonna continuously comparing yourself to others. If you're not gonna be in their life, they're gonna compare them to you. Actually, that's what I mean. The Empress definitely talks about a person that is able to bring so much abundance in someone's life, so much beauty, so much harmony, so much growth. Okay, the Empress is able to turn like a desertic land into a lashing green forest. So I really have this feeling that you have changed your crush's life for the better, and they find it hard actually not to imagine you there, either because I don't know if the situation between the two of you, I don't know if you have had already a past together, and then one of you decided to leave, possibly for external circumstances, because everything is really going well. Like, they really think the highest of you, you know. Let me just see if there's anything that I can understand even more by looking at the previous cards. No, like, they seem so excited about you. But yeah, there was that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so that can also be talking about postponed beginning. So like, they want this to happen, but unfortunately cannot happen just yet because of yes, the Eight of Wands can be talking about having to travel far away, having to have distance between the two of you. They still, with the Seven of Wands, they don't care. They still want to manage it. They still want to be able to be in touch with you no matter the distance. But they could have this impression that you instead are not so keen to have a relationship at a distance. And that will certainly break their heart. With this Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Empress in reverse, yeah, the Cups, Five of Pentacles, these are all cards of feeling quite despaired about the idea of not having you, about the idea of seeing you walking away, about not being able to dream to be with you in the future anymore, because you mean the world to them. This World card. So I would be so curious, guys, if you'd love to share what's going on in your situation, if this actually resonates. So simply drop a comment. I love to hear your stories. So now that we're here, let's talk about the situation. What do they think about the situation between the two of you? Now we end it because I think it's been already half an hour, if I'm not wrong. Queen of Swords. So definitely think if the Queen of Swords represents you with this female energy and the Two of Swords, they definitely think that you are the person that is holding, you know, the knife on the hand, from the handle. Do you say that in English? I don't know. Like, you are the person with the decisive power at the end of the day to decide where this connection is gonna go. You're the person that is showing some confusion here, that is holding back from making a decision, that is taking time apart to be by yourself, to understand what you really want out of this. And with the Queen of Swords, it can talk about making this decision from a logical, rational point of view rather than from your heart. So they think that you're kind of detaching from your feelings. Yeah, and the Tower. They think that you, excuse my voice, that you will be the person intended to kind of break apart this connection. With this Tower, everything is kind of, they feel like everything is crumbling down, that things are, they know that you act out of a good, how do you say, out of a good place with the Justice. They know that you're right. They absolutely trust your intelligence, your ability to make decisions, your wisdom. They know you have a lot of knowledge and experience, so they do think that whatever decision you make is fair. Nevertheless, it's kind of crumbling their world apart. So yeah, it could be that you are deciding to be by yourself, or deciding to move abroad, or deciding to go for another person, even though I haven't seen any competition here. I think they know that you know that this is a twin flame relationship, that you both can agree on that, on how special this connection is. But unfortunately, for a reason or another, it could be that you have to make a very difficult choice. So that's where they are at. If you were wondering whether your decision is affecting them, now you know. It is 100% affecting them. They don't want to see you walking away. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. I really hope it resonated. Let me know, and don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and hit the notification bell down below so you'll be notified anytime that I publish a new video. And you can find lots of ways to support me as well in the info box below. Let me know if you're interested for a private reading or to get the OM set for yourself. I am going to go away for a few days next week. I will be gone, so but I still bring a deck with me, so even if you want a reading, I still be able to find a way to do that. I might not upload lots of long pick card, but I'll definitely upload some shorts. So that's everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Big hugs and best of luck with this connection. Hello my loves, and welcome to your reading. If you picked the Chipmunk and Laurel in pile number 2 with the Aspen OM Stave and the little hazelnut, we're going to be using the Likely Tail Tarot deck. that has gorgeous watercolor pictures. So let's focus on your question. What does your crush think of you? This is the most requested topics ever lately. What does your crush think of you? What does your crush think for pile number 2, please and thank you. We're asking to know anything that we are allowed to know without being overly nosy and invading other people's privacy. Anything that could be beneficial for this connection if you were aware of it. Okay, for file number 2, there's also messages that I'm going to be sharing with you about the oracle cards that you picked and the poem stave. By the way, if you're interested to get any of these decks, you can find the titles and author in the info box below, and sometimes together with the Amazon affiliate link if they are on Amazon. So the Empress of Pride, that is gorgeous. I apologize in advance for the shifting of light, as in the sky is very moody today. Probably majority of you already know I live in Ireland, so it is one of my struggles, but some of you told me that they like this. Page of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Wands upright. Let's get one more for now, and we'll start interpreting them. The Tower upright. Okay. First of all, the Empress is such a gorgeous card to be defined with. Okay, they think of you as a majestic person that has so much charm. You're so attractive, and not only, but you're very resourceful. You're very creative. You know how to create anything from, like, if people give you an old rug, you turn it into a beautiful dress, I always say. Or if they give you a desertic land, you're able to turn it into a lashing green forest. So if you have 3 ingredients in the kitchen, you're able to make a cake or a beautiful meal out of it. So is this beautiful creative ability that you have, regenerative abilities as well of anything that is around you. So you're such a blessing to this earth. There is also beautiful connection with nature. Perhaps you love growing things as well. And there is this confidence as well that gives you a lot of peace. So you know your skills and talents, you know that they're going to work. You have patience as well in the growing process. So yeah, it is definitely a gorgeous card to pick. If you ask what does your crush think of me, and the Empress come is just the best. Okay, they see you as a great blessing. Also, you could be a great mother to their kids. They see a lot of potential. They see a lot of majestic beauty and intelligence and creative abilities. We have the Nine of Cups though. It could be that they think that you're hard to please, and that somehow you could be out of their league because they wonder, will I ever be able to satisfy all of her needs or his needs? Okay, so they possibly put you up on a pedestal with this Empress card and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So they wonder, maybe I won't have all of the resources that she needs in order to be happy. And the fact is that they're so intelligent. You really know your standards, and they're really high, definitely being the Empress. So I can understand why a person could be slightly intimidated by that. Indeed, they always say that the most intelligent people have a hard time finding a partner just because they know themselves so well. They know what they're looking for. Their standards are really high, and yes, so That is something that I see here. But with the Six of Cups, they definitely feel that there is a special connection between the two of you. Also, they think of you as a very genuine and innocent person that is quite nostalgic towards the past, very soft, affectionate. Possibly you love children as well, and you have a healthy connection with your inner child. So it's easy for you to play, to use your imagination, and to simply express your joy in such a genuine and transparent way, just like a kid would do. With the Seven of Wands, I think that you have a really strong driving force within you that helps you to face any obstacles that is being thrown at you in your life, especially when you are pursuing your goals. So you're not scared of the obstacles that come your way. You have the confidence within you to go past them. And having confidence doesn't mean that you don't have the fear. Having confidence means that you do the things despite of the fear. Indeed, I would like to speak now about the Chipmunk and Laurel and the Aspen of Stave and connect it to the Seven of Wands card, because the aspen can indicate a person indeed that experience events of trembling fears and anxiety and stagnant energy as well. So fear of moving, fear of getting out of your comfort zone, but it's accompanied by the Chipmunk and Laurel that is actually telling that you oftentimes take the road less traveled, so you create a unique path to achieve your goals and pursue the object of your desires. You take a unique path, which obviously include the acceptance of the ebbs and flows of life and the fact that you will have good days and bad days, but you accept that because you're happy to be original and unique, to do your own thing rather than take the common road that everybody else takes. And also the chipmunk has this confidence in themselves, that they are resourceful and they're going to be successful, like filling up their cheeks with so many hazelnuts. Like they know that they can stock in there like 10 hazelnuts, however many. And also the laurel does speak about victory and success, because it is a leaf that has been used to create a crown on top of people that would graduate. So there is a lot of success in this card, and I feel that again it connects to what we said here. Success doesn't mean not having fears at all. I mean that you're going to do it despite the fears, despite knowing that there's going to be ups and downs in your path, that there's going to be difficult days as well. You're still going to be doing and believing yourself in your ability to go past it. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse as well, and the Tower upright. This could be that you had gone through a really, really difficult, destructive time, the Tower, in which you had to detach from the past. You had to allow things to crumble down because they weren't serving you anymore. All of a sudden, something that you were relying upon has been removed from your life, or has started having shaky foundation, and you couldn't rely upon it anymore. And that obviously brings a lot of stress and anger and frustration. And I feel that in those moments, with this Page of Cups in reverse, it could mean that you slightly close your heart a little bit to other people's, and so they might think that because of your past experiences, now you have thicker filters. So with this Page of Cups, it could be rejection, okay? It could be rejection of a love offer. It could be not feeling like taking the initiatives to make a love offer. Okay, it could also be creating a filter in such a way that you don't show your soft side to everybody, your poetic, creative side to everybody. You just pick the right people, and I feel that you want to test them in the difficult times of life. So whenever there is a tower moment in your life and things are not going so great, you use that in a way as a test to see if this person that tells you to care so much about you actually is able to support you in those moments. And based on that, then you decide whether you can fully show all of your sides to them. And because this page of cups, it shows a baby elephant, right? And baby elephants rely a lot upon their mommy elephants and shows their vulnerable side. And this is what we do sometimes in relationship. We allow that inner child to come up and we put full trust into our partner. But obviously, yeah, because of this tower moment in which something really important has been stripped away from you, you find it hard now to rely upon others. So it feels like, yeah, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see something more. Let's see more cards. But they know, even though you might try to hide it, they know with this Six of Cups that there is a lot of softness in you. For pile number 2, what does their crush think of them? Again, this could correlate with the Nine of Cups in reverse and their fear that if they would come towards you, you could reject them because they don't necessarily stand a chance for you. The Likely Creator in the reverse. This is an extra card. It doesn't exist in the traditional Major Arcanas deck. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Likely Creator talk about these abilities of master, manifestor, right? But it feels like because it's in reverse, you don't really show to others what you're about to create. You keep it really private. Because just in case with the Five of Pentacles, you end up going through a loss or a failure, or yeah, things end up not being the way that you wanted, you don't want everybody to know. So you keep your progresses and your ideas for yourself, but there is a really intense spiral of creative energies inside of you and this confidence that you can create whatever you want again. And it's amazing how this card popped up just on top of the Empress. We have the Queen of Swords upright as well. So they can see that there is a business oriented personality as well in you, or you have this ability sometimes to shut your emotion if needed, if there is an imminent deadline, for example, or if you are the boss of a company, or if you have been in charge of an important responsibility that involves lots of other people. Like, you have this ability to be really straightforward, direct, great at planning the evolution of things ahead, great at organizing, with organizing skills, communicative skills, and great at focusing as well and acquiring new knowledge, great at giving orders if needed. And but yes, that again connects to what we said earlier about the fact that you could be slightly intimidating because you might not show your emotions in your face sometimes. Your face might look pretty still and they would remain dubious about how you feel about them. Or if they ask you, what are you working on right now? What are your projects? What are you excited about? you might not show all of this stamina and enthusiasm that you have inside. You might just be like, yeah, I'm working a lot lately. I'm really busy. I have lots of things to do. Yeah, you know, like, you remain pretty formal as a protective way, I feel. The Lovers in reverse, so they do think that it's up in the air, okay? There is some special connection up in the air, and there is this possibility that you are a twin flame as well. I don't know if I said earlier with the Six of Cups, it could be that they think you're their soulmate, and now the Lovers, they're twin flame. Being a twin flame, it's a hard job, okay? It's not all roses and flowers and hearts and, you know, pretty making love in a meadow. It's hard because it's a lot of pull back and forth, meeting each other, having a really intense connection, and then something really strong happen, like a tower moment, and then you separate again, and then you meet each other again. Is continues abandoning each other and taking each other back again, because you realize that you cannot stay away from each other. And this is all because you're here on this planet together, because you have agreed to be together and show each other important lessons and mirror each other. There's a lot of mirroring, and you can see that as well in this card. So the Lovers in reverse can bring some dysfunctional energies there, okay? So some type of disharmony. So it could be that sometimes you turn your harsh, cold and detached face with the Queen of Swords, and that really make them feel distant from you, and they're like, how can I can't find her anymore. I don't know how to connect with her anymore, because she seems to be so detached. I don't know where her emotions are gone. We have the Emperor. So they see you as a very strong, empowered person with a lot of stamina again, and ability to be a fair boss, ability to be really serious and determined. And there's a lot of masculine energy as well in the Emperor. It's tough energy, like you know how to say no if you need to. Stubborn energy as well. Let's see what else they think of you. Please and thank you for pile number 2. We have the 5 of Wands. So they think that if you need to, you're able to be competitive as well. And yeah, because the Emperor gives you that strength and confidence, knowing that you're going to be successful, just like we said with the Chipmunk and Laurel. So you welcome competition, because it's a way of improving yourself and test yourself, and also receiving that stamina, that, you know, feeling proud about yourself. So yeah, definitely can see that you're a bit competitive. That could be the reason as well why you don't want to show what are you up to, because it would show weakness to others, and that's where they could work on to win you over. What do they think for pile number 2, please and thank you? As well, this could be their energy, the Emperor and 5 of Wands, like, feel always free to swap the roles in the reading. This could be them feel pretty determined to fight for you and embrace competition for you, because they think you are the twin flame, even though sometimes, you know, you don't share how you feel about them, because you keep your projects and your ideas and your future goals quite hidden. But nevertheless, probably this is what as well makes them feel like, you you know, this disconnection is what gives them the power to be competitive as well and fight for you. So keep doing what you're doing because it's working clearly. This could also be them feeling like, yes, there's going to be ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but I'm going to be successful and get her, even though she might be scared with this aspect. Sorry if I say she a lot. It's just that the majority of you watching are indeed women, but feel free as always to adjust the reading with your own pronouns. Just switch it up in your head. I'm really sorry. Okay, Hierophant. So definitely this is marriage material. They see you as a person that they can be living, they can plan a whole life together. They would be really, really welcoming the responsibilities that come with a commitment and dedicating themselves to you. There is temperance, so they think of you again as a very serious person, very committed, very dedicated, very peaceful as well, able to create harmony and balance when it's not there. You perhaps speak very softly and calm and slow as well. And you have this confidence that even though you don't have a committed partner just yet, you will find it. You know it's there, it's in your horizon with these true ones, but you're not stressing about it. You're not worried that you won't find it. It's quite the opposite. You know that is on the other side of the corner, and that it will be yours at the right time. The Lovers in reverse and the Queen of Swords, it could be telling me that they think of you as a person that right now is not necessarily focusing on love and finding romance, but you're focusing mainly on your business, on your career, like we saw Queen of Swords and the Emperor, so definitely make you really focus on that. And therefore, with the Lovers in reverse, you're kind of pushing away the idea of meeting a romantic partner, or you're not stressing out, like I said, about it, because right now your priorities are others. You have the Hangman in reverse. Indeed, this is waiting, right? This is suspending the romantic aspect of your life for a while, but I also think that you're coming out of it because this Hangman is in reverse. I think that soon it's in the horizon with these three ones. Soon it will happen. So they're really hoping with these three ones that things are about to unfold positively for them in the future with you. Eight of Pentacles, I definitely think that you're a hard worker, you love your routine, you could be a Virgo as well, you could have a lot of Virgo in your chart, you're very meticulous, you focus on the details, okay, and you love helping others as well, and the World. I often associate, especially in these type of topics, when we have the World, like that you mean the world to them, literally. But this is also the ability to close a chapter and start a new one. So if it is in the work realm, they think of you as a person that is able to end the job, just like with the Tower moment, you know, if he's stressing you too much, if it is not worthy, then you have no problem starting over, okay, and leaving it all behind. And in that situation, you work really hard for this new beginning and this transformation. Also, I cannot not say that with this Eight of Pentacles in the World, they definitely think that things will work out between the two of you, and that there is a new beginning, just outside of the corner. How do you say? I think I'm getting that saying wrong. Around the corner, that's it. So they feel that you'll soon be able to get a closure from the past and open yourself to a new, completely new adventure. So the world is like that feeling of like crossing the forest and going through all these ups and downs and adventures, and finally you're out of it and there is this whole plain horizon in front of you, and it's a completely new experience. Okay, so they are respecting towards what you're working towards right now, but also they're really excited about the possibilities of this whole world of possibilities, right, that exists between the two of you. They really can see this little fish hopping outside of the water and be like, I'm alive, I'm back, I'm I don't want to hide in the depth of the dark ocean anymore. I want to be here with you. I want to experience the air. I want to, just like a mermaid that wants to experience how it feels to step on earth, right? Let me just check for a moment if it's in focus. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's grab another few cards for pile number 2, and then we finish it here. The Knight of Cups, beautiful. 8 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. So they think that you have a choice in front of you with these 2 of Pentacles, that you're trying to measure the pros and cons of it, or you're trying to find a balance between 2 activities, 2 different lifestyles, whether finding the work-life balance or love-work balance. I don't know if you can say that, but like, because you're so driven and so focused perhaps on your career, on your job, or starting a new chapter in that area. And then there is this possibility as well of finding a romantic partner on the back of your mind. They think that you're trying to find the harmony between those 2 main goals of yours, even though one can seem a bit bigger than the other, and you're just trying to work out if you'll be able to make it all fit. But they also think that with this 8 of Swords in reverse, you start removing all those layers of worries and fears that we see as well with the Aspen. I'm so sorry about the light, don't know what to do about it. So they think that you're able to go past those limiting beliefs and obsessive thoughts about it, or feeling trapped in your job, for example, and therefore not having enough time for love or things like that. And they can see that you're way calmer now with the Temperance card and the 8 of Swords. You don't have those thoughts anymore. You've gone through a beautiful transformation, just like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I don't know why I was about to say axes, which has no meaning here. Knight of Cups also, yes, they can see that you're very romantic. Possibly it could be that they're waiting for you to make an action and show them that you are interested, because you seem so busy doing your thing and quite detached from that goal. With the Queen of Swords, like and also with the Page of Cups, they could be scared of a rejection, like I said earlier. So I think that they're kind of waiting for you to make a move, and whenever you are ready. But if it's not that, this Knight of Cups definitely speaks about your ability to be quite upfront about your feelings and to show them in a very open, creative way. And so whether it's by writing a poem or singing a song or organizing in secret a trip or a lovely picnic with love messages inside, I don't know, Chinese biscuits. There is a different name for it, but I don't have it right now. So yeah, definitely think that you're very, very romantic, even though right now your goal might have been shifted slightly. Seven of Pentacles are definitely gonna wait for you. They definitely think that the wait is worth waiting for you. That's what I'm seeing here. So I'm gonna finish it here. I really hope you've enjoyed this reading and that it resonated. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll answer to each one of your comment. If you wish to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell down below so you'll be notified anytime that I post a new video. I'm gonna be leaving for Italy from the 10th to the 18th, so you might just see a few shorts here and there during that time because I'm not able to bring all my equipment and I wouldn't really have time for it. So I'm just gonna take a little break, but I'll be back right after it. So thanks a million for listening up until now. See you really soon. Much love. Hello my loves and welcome to your reading if you picked the Snail and Huckleberry in pile number 3 with the pyrite crystal and the apple ovum stave. We're going to be using the gorgeous Likely Tale tarot deck with these beautiful watercolor images. So let's focus on your person. What does your crush think of you? This is one of the most requested topics lately. And it's been a good few weeks since I did the last one, so I thought to update the energies. For pile number 3, what does your crush think of you? I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for joining in with me today. We have the 8 of Cups. So even though the question is, what does your crush think of you? And there's going to be lots of, it's going to be talking a lot about their opinion on you and your personality, etc. But sometimes there will come as well messages of how they feel about the situation. Queen of Swords. The 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We're going to start with these cards and then we'll grab more later. Today is going to be pretty much a minimalistic reading in the sense that I'm not going to be using charms or love messages or other oracles just because I don't have much time before going to work, but I still wanted to give you a reading. But you can find plenty of other videos in which I use all of those tools as well. Anyway, I'd love to start from the Snail and Huckleberry and the ovum stave. They think of you as a person that is quite humble. You could be quite small as well. In some cases, for some of you, you could be small and sweet and tender in that way. But also they think of you as a person that is extremely beautiful. It could be that you have a very symmetrical face as well with this apple ovum stave. They think of you as a very sweet and pleasant person. The fact is that here, like, you're carrying your home on your back. So it could be that for some of you, you like traveling, you're always backpacking. That's something that is coming through right now. But also, it could be that there is this meaning, you know, with the Snail and Huckleberry of something being small and apparently insignificant. But in reality, there's a lot more that the eye can see. So this is about perceiving the invisible, going beyond what the eyes can see. Okay, so they see in you a lot of things that other people don't see. That's what I'm noticing from this card. Also, the shell of the snail represents the huge mystery of life and the cycle of life. So they definitely see something special in you, something very mysterious. Like the apple as well. This beautiful combination of the woman, the card, talks as well about your connection with the otherworldly spirit and being able to, you know, channel messages from the spiritual world, and also trusting in invisible forces. I'm so sorry about the shifting of the light. The camera will eventually adjust it on its own, but I'm living in Ireland and unfortunately the sky is being very moody today, but I don't want it to be a reason for not recording, so I hope you can forgive me about that. With the pyrite, that there is a symbol of being extremely strong. Okay, so even though, yeah, people might see you as well as very sweet and affectionate and tender and delicate, in reality you have a really strong protection. You know how to defend yourself. You have a strong base of confidence as well that people would not imagine it's there, but it feels like your person knows how to see you. How Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and is this the King? Not the Queen of Swords. It feels like you guys, for the majority of you, have had already some type of history, because here with these Eight of Cups, they might think that you had to leave the situation, even though it was a really hard decision to make, but it was the best for your development. So you felt like you've been working so hard on this connection, but it wasn't bearing the fruits that you were expecting to, so you decided to leave. It wasn't serving you anymore. So that's what they think that you have done. But with these Ten of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, they also think that you might be dwelling in this decision, whether you have made the right decision or not, because the Ten of Wands brings a lot of heaviness and a lot of burdens, and they can be emotional burdens. Okay, so emotional burden about this choice that you have made. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, that they think you have left and now you're kind of doubting, second guessing yourself about being Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse, it could be having a burst of emotion that is quite illogical and irrational. So they wonder whether you have been quite impulsive in that decision, but you really didn't mean to. A Knight of Pentacles in reverse would be talking about a person that is not really focused on their job, is being distracted, or feels defeated about the work that they have put up. They have done up until now, feeling the need of a rest as well, feeling like you cannot pursue your dreams anymore, that you're too tired, you're too fatigued, you're too overwhelmed, and you cannot act upon that direction, pursuing your desires anymore. So they think that you might have had some type of overwhelming feeling, and I don't want to say like tantrum, but they feel like you have burned out, and that could be the reason why you have decided, I cannot do this any longer. But it wasn't a rational, logical decision, or you weren't really happy about the decision, you just felt forced to do it. Now let me see what else I can see here. That's pretty much what I'm seeing, to be honest. So let's grab more cards. Let's grab more cards for pile number 3. What does your crush think of you? Feel free as well to switch up the roles. It could be that it's them feeling that way. And they wonder with the Queen of Swords in reverse if you would be rejecting them or not, if they have lost their whole chance because they have not been shown commitment, especially during really hard times. Okay. The apple also talks about a choice, actually, and the impossibility to choose among two things, and the fact that it's necessary to make a choice, even though it's heartbreaking to abandon the second option. Page of Pentacles, the Empress. Let's see what else we get. They think of you as a person that is very ambitious, hardworking, humble, open to learn, committed and dedicated to your endeavors, very beautiful and attractive and charming, with a great potential to create great things in your life, very patient and with a beautiful connection with nature. They might be as well pushing you up onto a pedestal with this Empress. It could be that you don't think of yourself as the Empress, but they do. And this is because your humble nature. The World of Pride. I often say this card, it means that you mean the world to them, but also talks about this need to have a closure from the past and starting something completely new. The Three of Swords does talk about healing from a heartbreak. So they think that you might actually have decided to focus yourself on work here and your own self-love and personal growth, having a closure from the past and healing from whatever happened in the past. So that's what they think of you, that you're kind of moving on. You're trying your best to move on, even though you might have had your moments of doubt, like we saw earlier about your particular choice of walking away. We have the Chariot and the Emperor in the reverse. This is feeling like you don't have to be in control of things anymore. You're kind of going with the flow. You go with the momentum. You embrace the opportunities that life is bringing to you. So if life is opening up a path for you, you simply go and take it, and with all of your stamina and desire to explore and go on a new adventure. So you take it, but you don't know exactly where it's going to bring you, and it's fine. You don't need to have the control with this Emperor in the reverse position. This could also mean that they, with the Chariot, they want to see a progress in this connection. They do hope that whatever personal growth you're going through is actually going to help for the progress of this relationship. But they know that there's nothing in their power with this Emperor in reverse to make things work any quicker, even though they would love for it to happen a lot faster. Yes. Ace of Pentacles, they still hope that things will work out. We got the same cards in pile number 2, I think. They definitely think with these Eight of Pentacles that you're quite meticulous, hardworking, really good at helping others. Also, you love your routine and you need a stable routine. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on today with this guy. With the Hangman, yeah, they kind of hope that eventually you will hop out of your, of the depth of the ocean and come up to the air and make your appearance and, show yourself and be like, I'm back, I'm here, I've done my journey, I've done my reflections, I've done my shadow work, I've done my personal analysis, and I'm ready for this new chapter. I'm ready to explore this new ecosystem, basically. So Eight of Pentacles also hoped that things will work out. There is a Six of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands. So even though they can see friction and traction from you, like you don't want to... Oh, actually, yeah, they think that you don't want to... Even though you're working on yourself and you moved on in that sense, they think that emotionally you're still hanged up onto what happened between the two of you, and you cannot fully forget, and you don't want to forget. And actually they think that there is a possibility for the two of you to get in touch and communicate about this. There's also a lot of travel in these two cards. So it could be that you are at a distance. There could be an ocean between the two of you, or the need to take buses or airplanes to find each other. It feels like they cannot move on from this and they want to get in touch with you. That's what I'm sensing here. They want to text you or call you or travel towards you. We have the Two of Wands. Even though, yeah, they're quite confused about what the future could be looking like. Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay, this is telling me as well that about your personality. They think that you don't need to plan anything for the future. You're very go with the flow type of person. So you decide the same day what you want to do. Or if you book a flight to France, whatever, you don't plan all of the activities for every single day. You don't book ahead museum tickets or restaurants, dates, whatever that is, and that you simply decide on the same day what you feel like doing, and you let your intuition inspire you, and you let your angels guide you as well, because we saw that you have some type of connection with the spiritual world here. So you kind of go with your intuition. And the Fool also talks about this openness that you have to go on a new adventure, even though you're not necessarily prepared for it. There is this beautiful enthusiasm and vitality, the same that you can see in kids. So this willing to take a risk, take a leap of faith and go for it, okay? So it feels like they really appreciate that. But also this Fool can be talking about their hope that eventually you will take a leap of faith with them and you will start a fresh new beginning with them, even though you're not entirely sure where this could go. Yeah, they definitely imagine and hope that you will come out of that, not necessarily isolation, but that the phase in which you are, in which you're working on yourself and you feel like you've moved on from the past and things like that. Even though probably they're right, because if you're here listening to a message about them, it's because you still think about them and you're still thinking about this choice, whether it was the right thing to do or not. King of Pentacles. So they think of you as a very serious, committed person, very loyal, trustworthy, kind, generous. And that's something else that I see with the snail. And the apple, sorry, talks about being kind and sweet and generous and understanding and empathic towards others and very pleasant. Two of Swords in the reverse position. Yeah, they think that you, in order to make your decision, in order to take responsible decisions, you spend some times away from everybody. You don't want to be influenced by other people's opinion. So you go into this inward journey. so that you can listen to your own internal voice and your higher self, but that eventually you'll come out of it even more confident and secure and brave than before. So it could be that you love your meditation time as well. Knight of Cups, very romantic, very sweet, very kind, dedicated with the Hierophant, marriage material, very open to long-term relationship. Like this is something that belongs to you, like you're just romantic at heart, you're incurable romantic, and you often dream of a life partner, finding your own life partner. But at the same time, with this King of Pentacles, you have this self-assured and confidence figure in which they think you're quite independent, and if you need to be by yourself, you will. You don't lose any power or strength by being by yourself. Actually, the opposite, because you feel like you're getting more aligned with your soul purpose whenever you spend some time alone, because you're not influenced by others. The King of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. This could also be them, the Knight of Cups. The more they see how independent and self-reliant you are, and isolating yourself from the world, the more they want to make a romantic move towards you. You see, the way that these figures are faced is like the phoenix is staring at the lion's back, and the lions is staring towards the outside of the deck. So it kind of gives me this vibe that the Knight of Cups is kind of chasing the lion and you being represented by the lion. So it feels like, yes, they do want this commitment with you. They do want things to work out. They want to pursue you. But they also see that you're kind of doing your own thing here. And with the Knight of Cups, King of Cups actually, could be that you're not available for romance right now, that you're not interested, that you're kind of detaching yourself from your feelings, even though you are a very romantic person. But you're resisting these changes yet. It's like, it's not the right time just yet to make this thing work. What else do they think of you for pile number 3? What else does your crush think of you for pile number 3? Five of Pentacles. They think that you're abandoning them. I lost a card. Wait a minute. Six of Cups. They think you're their soulmate. That you're abandoning them. They're really heartbroken about this. Also, yeah, as I said, always feel free to swap the roles. It could be that they think that you are isolating yourself and not finding it hard to receive help, but also with the Six of Cups, you being able to maintain the connection with your inner child, being very sweet and affectionate and innocent and wanting to play, even though, to be honest, with that interpretation, these two cards are not really speaking to each other very much. But in the first interpretation, it feels more real. It feels more stronger. Like they think that you're abandoning them, and it makes sense with all the cards that we saw before, and that you guys are connected by a really special bond that is impossible to break, and that it is not fair to break it. Page of Wands and the Justice, Five of Cups and the Ten of Cups in reverse. They're really destroyed here. They cannot stop thinking about the past. And they cannot stop thinking about the incredible vision of happiness that they were dreaming with you here. And that is slowly slipping away from their hands. But at the same time, they're trying to be hopeful. And they're trying to think, if this is supposed to happen, it will happen. If we are supposed to be together, you know, we'll be able to put things right. We'll be able to reconnect again and have a honest conversation and talk about our feelings and passions and desires, and eventually we'll be able to start again. The page is very humble again, someone that wants to learn, someone that is just really curious. So they're curious to see where this is going to go, where life, where karma is going to bring for the two of you. They're not losing hope, even though they're quite despaired. They feel abandoned and they can't stop thinking about you. They still think, oh well, we're just supposed to be together. There's no other option. It will happen. So there is this innocent trust, right? And happiness about this special bond. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. I really think that there is a possibility eventually for a new beginning, for planting this seed and tending to it and see it growing and being able to rely upon it for the rest of your lives. Settling down with you. They have this idea. They nobody can remove this idea from them. Queen of Cups. Yeah, there is really this feeling that they have to warm you up slowly. That the feelings are there for you, but you're kind of trying to mask them and look more logical and rational that you actually are. They think, yeah, that it's probably just about time. Or at least they hope so. Page of Swords. I feel that you will be able to hear from them soon, because they're obsessing over you, and they're obsessing over the fact that you're doing okay, you're being happy, you're happy by yourself, you're working on yourself, you've been able to move on, and even whether they know this or not, they can sense it energetically. And that's why as well we have the Snail and Huckleberry, because they sense things that are invisible, that are not there, that they don't need a physical proof that you're moving on, because they just sense it. And the more you do this, the more you push away and emotionally, energetically, the more they want you, and the more they want to talk with you and communicate with you, because they cannot bear the idea of losing you. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. At the same time, I think you got the Emperor in reverse. I think it was you. So I don't think they want to push this if it is not right, especially because we have the Justice there. So it's not that they are a freak and they're going to be respectful of you, but definitely they want you back. That's what I'm seeing here. I really hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments down below. It was lovely to read the cards for you. Don't forget to support my channel if you feel like. So simply a like or a comment or a share or subscribe goes a long way. And you find many other juicy ways to support me in the info box below. I am here if you need a private reading, and if you'd love to buy a Noam Stave set, you can get it from me. They are available. They're super sustainable. If you want to know more about them, please let me know. And check out my social medias as well. You can find lots of free pick a card and reels and lots of interesting things. Thanks again for being here. Sending you the biggest hug and best of luck with your connection. Much love.